Hi, my name is Rafi Perez. I'm from Atlanta. Um, I grew up in an international school, so I've been speaking English and Spanish my entire life. My dad's from Barcelona, so I've always spoken to him in Spanish. And then I started taking Chinese in like middle school. And then once I got to USC, I also started taking Chinese here. I got to Chinese 4, and then now I'm in the Chinese internship class. And I think I'm going to change my minor to Chinese, but we'll see, we'll see. Um, then other languages I also speak Catalan, which is spoken in the east of Spain. My dad's from Barcelona, so that's like the capital of Catalonia where they speak it. And I learned that when I was like maybe 15 or so, because my cousin just had a child, and she was teaching her child entirely in Catalan. I wanted to communicate, and also the independence movement was getting bigger, and I wanted to get more involved in the community and whatever. So I learned Catalan. And then I learned French over quarantine because I was bored. It was like mostly a thing of it's pretty similar to Spanish and Catalan, so I was like, yeah, it'll be easy enough. Plus, at the international school I went to, I knew a bunch of French kids, so I could talk to them in French and whatever and practice. And then Japanese, I started learning like my senior year of high school because I was working in a clinic in Atlanta that specializes with Japanese expatriates. And so I had to work with the patients in Japanese. So most of my Japanese is just orders like "kochira ni kudasai, koko ni shirate kudasai, hai, 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 arigato," like stuff like that. Yeah, those are all my languages. Yeah, I mean, I've mostly invested in the Chinese department in USC, but I always love going to like the East Asian professor's office, speaking to people in Chinese or Japanese. And then there's just a wonderful community around here of Spanish speakers, especially and Chinese speakers, that whenever I can, I just practice with them and talk to them, and a lot of times it'll get you somewhere. Like I got like free coffee once because I was able to speak to this girl in Chinese.
Oh my gosh.
So like, use your languages.
That's awesome.
Probably the amount of times that I like would recognize a character in Japanese from Chinese.
Oh.
And I would be like, oh, like this means this, and then a Japanese person will be like, oh no, like it means this. Like it'll be like, I don't know, oh, this means run. Oh no, this means jog. Something like that. It's like something associated or close to. I'm like, okay, I'm getting the vibe here, you know?
Yeah.
Using it.
Okay.
Just use
Yeah.
it. You use it in a sentence. You use it in conversation. I cannot tell you how many words that I have heard and learned and then completely forgot about, and then it comes up again in another sentence, and I'm like, wait, I recognize this word. What is it? Look it up. I'm like, oh, okay, now I remember. Then now that I see it contextualized in like this sentence, then it'll stick in your mind a lot better. Like having a physical experience or an association with a word makes it a lot easier to remember and call back. For Chinese, I use pleco. I don't know if you know about this. It's this one right here. And you can look up either in Chinese or in English, whatever word you want. And it gives pretty reliable like stuff. And then shirabe jisho for Japanese, for looking up words and things. For French, I use a lot of, well, okay, this is not really for looking up vocabulary, but I have this app, Pure Radio. It's like a radio station that speaks in easy French and stuff like that. And if I have like a lot of trouble with like a word, I might go to the Académie Française online, RAE for Spanish, Real Academia Española. And for Catalan, they also have one that the Generalitat puts out, the government of Catalonia puts out for people learning Catalan. I definitely think it's harder to learn Catalan in the US because you don't have those resources and you don't have a lot of people to speak to.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have family that I can always speak to it in, and I also have a few friends here that are from Barcelona that also speak Catalan that I can also practice with whenever I want. So really, it's all about just like who you know. If you have friends that are fluent in the language or like whatever people you can practice with, I feel like that's the most important thing. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I just drop my languages because I'm way too busy. But when I do have time, I just find the joy in learning it. I don't know. I don't really see it that much as work because I'm just like using a different language. I don't know, singing a song in a different language or reading a poem or I don't know, like a whole bunch of different media, listening to the radio, a podcast or something in that language. That makes it feel less like work. I have a few playlists on my Spotify.
Let's go.
So I have one that's my I was literally just listening to it, my Japochino playlist. It's all my Japanese and Chinese songs. I have a whole bunch. I love Julia Wu for Chinese songs. Hibari Mizora for Japanese and stuff. There are a few like Chinese rap songs in here. A few songs that I learned like in class too. A few like anime songs too, just like a mix of whole different things.
Yeah.
Oh, Mayonaka no Doa.
Oh my god, I love that song.
Yeah. And then this one's kind of old, but I have a Catalan Ses. Pues Catalan, Español, and Francés. So it's a mix between all three languages. This one's from a while ago, so a lot of these songs are kind of old, but I have a bunch of Bad Bunny, some Rosalia, Dr. Prats for Catalan, La Pegatina. And then for French, I have Camille and what's her face? Oh, Lou and the Yakuza. I love them. They're a really good French like group. Unstromé. My major, I'm a theater major with an acting emphasis, and then my minor is currently linguistics, but I might be changing it to Chinese. I definitely think so. I feel like there's a lot of options in terms of, first of all, bilingual movies are getting a lot more popular these days, as well as like dubbing and subbing. And, I don't know, using my languages for whatever reasons, or even just going abroad and doing shows there. I think it just opens your eyes to a lot of the world. You get to experience a whole new different culture, and I find that in myself, whenever I'm speaking a different language, my personality kind of changes too with it a little bit, and I like exploring those facets of myself because I don't know. For example, I feel really cool when I speak Chinese, or I feel really cute when I speak Japanese, or I feel like really romantic speaking French or like other things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like exploring how that changes me.
That's awesome. Thanks, Rafi.
Thank you so much.